Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and we've got several things going on. I got a load on me, man. One of my buddies, he deals in a lot of scrap, and he brought me a big pile of scrap. He brought the lawnmower you're sitting on. We'll just go ahead and start you out here. He brought that, and I cleaned it. It looked rough when I got it. It was terrible looking. I took the deck out and redone the deck, and, cleaned it up, and I reupholstered the seat because these things are just too damn expensive. So I'm going to start reupholstering my own seats and try to design different ways of doing it. So this is what I have now. And what this was I had ordered a four-wheeler seat cover, and I ended up not using it because I had found a better seat or something. I don't know what it was, or it wouldn't fit or something. I don't know what had happened that I ended up with it. So I checked it to see if I had enough to cover both of these out of the one. Means that if you laid this down to that, it'd probably be it'd be shorter. But you got to have enough to go down around your corners, and you got to have enough to go overlap your board so you can staple it to the board. So these are just boards with foam out of a big, thick cushion. Same thing up here. And I just cut that piece in half. Thank God it worked. It was long enough. That's a Craftsman G or LT 2000 with a Kohler 17, I think. But I'm waiting on a carburetor for that before we can put it up for sale, because when you don't lock the line, it'll fill that motor up with gas. So the carburetor's junk, it needs to be replaced. I've done rebuilt it twice. It doesn't want to stop leaking, so I said the hell with it. I'll just get a new one. What, $8-9? Then I had one of my old, this was given to me by my cousin about 6 years ago, and I sold it, fixed it up, sold it after I got my Cub Cadet, and I had a John Deere 23 horsepower motor in this thing. It came originally with a 17.5. And I took and put that motor in there, and he bought it. My landlord, he bought it from me, and he took it up to a camp, and when he went back to go get it, he was going to bring it down here and give it to me to make some money off of and see if I could fix it up and sell it. Well, I thought we was going to do 50-50. You know, I fix it up and sell it, and we split it. But he said, no, I'm giving it to you because there ain't no motor in it. I said, what do you mean ain't no motor in it? He said, somebody stole it. I'm like, well, at least they did leave all the bolts. The pulley was there, the bolt was there, the hose to pulley, even the motor mounts bolt was still there, and they didn't cut any of the wires or nothing. They at least a little respectable. They didn't destroy nothing doing it, but they left all the bolts there, even the fender bolts. They took the fender off, and that's just crazy, man. Can't you have anything? But anyway, I'm trying to fix these up. I've got a motor on this one running. It also needs a carburetor. It's got a shut-off valve on it. If I don't shut it off, it will flood the engine with gas, and we don't want that. So I'm replacing both these carburetors. And now we are working on a sign that's not turning out to be what I expected, but it might be actually unique. I put holes, this is a piece of stainless steel that I had, and it's just god awful heavy, and it's pretty thick, And stainless steel for me is hard to work with. I ruin blades and bits and everything else, drill bits, milling bits. I can't tell you how many I have dulled on stainless steel because it's just so hard to work with. You got to work real slow with stainless steel. And I'm just not that patient. But anyway, I went and cleaned it up and painted it, and it was looking beautiful. Well, I went and got the wrong can of paint. I got the matte. This one right here was the flat. And I didn't realize it said flat. I thought it said gloss because I wanted this to be gloss. Well, apparently the flat and the gloss do not like each other because this is what happened. So I waited for it to dry, and I took the gloss and sprayed it, or no, I took the semi-gloss and put on top of it, and I said, well, hell, I just want to cover this up. But actually, it don't look bad. It's uniform, and what I plan to do, this is the top, this is the bottom. So basically, it's going to hang on whatever I put it on with 2 screws. So I can hang it this way or I can hang it that way, but I plan to put my letters on. I'm gonna put the Bison logo right here. It's about an 8-inch Bison logo. I'm gonna put it there. I'm 3D printing it now. It should be done here in a few minutes. And then I'm 3D printing some letters that says ATV and lawnmower repair. So it'll be ATV and lawnmower repair. So then I'll just leave some extra space in case I want to add something to it, like welding or whatever. If somebody needs something welded. But if somebody's working on lawnmowers, they have welding capability and they are a welder. Because you got to weld on these things, man. It's hard to find one that don't need welding on it. I bet if I looked on both of these, any one of them, brand new one, probably needs welding on it. Somewhere where they skipped a spot. But we're trying to get us a sign up, try to get us some service so people can bring their lawnmower and me service them for them and sharpen blades and stuff like that. If I can get the energy. I hope I got the energy. Right now, we are also working on a motor. Working on a Honda. And I'm going to be doing a video soon on this motor. As soon as I get my parts, I've got everything cleaned up, laid out and ready. I had to repaint this because it had some surface rust on it and it looked really bad. So I just went ahead and painted it black. And this year was really bad shape, stained and stuff, and it just wouldn't come out. And I just said to heck with it, I'll just paint it too. So we got that painted. I painted it. Now this is not heat paint on the outside. This is heat paste. I used stove black on the muffler. Now I couldn't get all the way down in there, and I wasn't going to chance taking these bolts out and then break them off and then not be able to get this back together. So I just painted or did the, now I can't get the setup straight. How did I have that? Yeah, there we go. And this actually cleaned up pretty nice. And believe it or not, man, this motor was locked up. Literally locked up. It was not turning. I wish I'd have got video of that and pictures of what that motor looked like before. It didn't look bad. But there was water put in this thing. Somebody must have put water, or water got into the piston and it rusted the wrist pin pretty tight. It loosened up and everything. I got it out and loose and got it cleaned up, and it looks 100 times better. It almost looks like a new one, but I can't get the rings out of it. So I just went ahead and bought a kit for it to put a new piston. It's got a new piston, connecting rod, wrist pin, the clips, the rings, the gaskets, everything all in one, and I need a carburetor for it. They took the bowl off of the carburetor. This was a sabotage, is what it was. Some man was pissed at his wife, and they split up, and he decided that he was going to make sure that none of this stuff that she had was usable. So he went around and put water in stuff and took parts that were expensive off of pieces, like the Gravely. Took the stator off of it, or magneto, or whatever it's called, and that's about $200 or $300 freaking, if you can even find one, for that L model Gravely. But I'm going to do a video on this. The crank, it's not what I would choose if I didn't have to, but the journal looks pretty smooth, feels really smooth, so I don't think it's going to be such an issue. I did mic it, and it is within specs, but it's got a couple little teeny tiny pits. I can't hardly feel them. So I'm thinking this is going to be a fine crank. There's nothing wrong with it. This year was locked on it. I had to get it pressed off with heat, and it finally did come loose. So the bearings are real good, timing gear, all that. I've got it inside the case. We've got it cleaned up and ready to go. I got to get another dipstick because I frickin' broke this one. I turned it over and it hit the end of that and broke the damn handle off of the... So now I got to get another one of those. I didn't want to put that much money in this, because what we're doing is he brought all this stuff so that I could fix it up and resell it. So this was a water pump, or a pressure washer, with a 13 horsepower Honda engine on it. The pump is humongous, but it's got a huge cable or hose to it. Of course, the fittings need some attention, may even need to be replaced. They're pretty pitted and rusted. The cable ends, or the hose ends, they're on quick disconnects, and they're pretty rusty. So that's where we're at right now, just messing around in the shop here a little bit this evening, and I wanted to show some of the things that I've been working on. I've got another 20 horsepower Briggs & Stratton here that I cannot for the life of me find the parts I need for it without paying a whole lot of money, and I'm not doing that. This motor was brought to me as junk, and it was junk. And I opened it up and found that the cam was busted up. So I took the cam out of another junk motor, this one right here, to put in this one, because this one was the nicer looking one. That one had a really rough looking body. Mice pissed all over that one. And once the mice start pissing on it, it just stains it black. And it's hard to get that out without sandblasting it. So what I need is a flywheel and the Intech. I'll show you which one I'm talking about here. I'll show you what it looks like. If anybody's got this, get with me, man. Maybe we can do some trading or something. It looks exactly like that, except it's black and it says 20 horsepower on it. I found one on eBay for $27 and $18 for shipping, and I'm not paying that. I'm sorry, it's not worth that. So that's the one I need right there. This here, and the flywheel I got laying over here somewhere. All the magnets are busted on it. I got it laying here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Let me pull that out. Yeah, the magnets are all busted in it and chipped up. If they were just broke loose, I could re-glue them in there, but these are just busted up. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 good ones, and the rest of them are all busted up. That one's been hit on, war against. But I wish you could get these magnets. I just re-glue them in there. Thing about these magnets is one of them is repel, one of them is attract. Repel, retract, or retract, however, you know what I mean. One's magnet and one's opposite. So it's not as simple as just putting a magnet in there. You got to have them in the right orientation. So they're wanting $80 for that. I can't see putting that kind of money in that motor. So I'm just putting it on the back burner and waiting for a time when somebody brings something in that's junk that actually has that part on it. Plus I think I need a dipstick too. I don't remember seeing that one. But anyway, we got the shop somewhat cleaned up a little bit. We still got that damn rat nest over there I got to deal with. I'm ashamed of that rat nest. But I got too many things to do. Plus I've got my pump room. The pump had leaked all over the floor and rotted the floor out. And the bladder tank is sitting there leaning against the hot water heater because the floor has caved in and made it lean. So I just went out there today to get prepared to start mounting stuff to the wall so I can put make a overhang so I can ratchet strap the bladder tank up off the foundation it's setting on, which is cinder blocks. And then we'll just suspend those while I work on the floor. But the hot water heater's got to come out, and I got to bypass it so I can at least have water. I can always heat water to take a bath, but I'm hoping I ain't going to have it down that damn long. I'm going to rock and roll on it. When I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. So we got the wood and everything to do it with. It's just a matter of I'm trying to make money and work on the house at the same time. So anyway, tell me what you think, guys. Let me put that up there the way it's supposed to set so you guys can see my imagination. I had to make a special holder to put in my vise. Yeah, that could get away from you and hurt you, man. That's a heavy, heavy one. So I'm thinking about putting my logo right here. And then the words right here. And find me a pole up there and put me 2 screws in it. And hopefully I can get some people to come in and let me do some bisonizing on their lawnmowers. So wish me luck, guys, on getting rid of these. It's kind of the wrong season to be trying to sell 2 lawnmowers and get what it's worth out of it. I'm thinking I got 2, at least, if not more, $400 machines. You know, this Craftsman, they're both immaculate, man. There's no rust on them. Hell, this one here just got a couple skin marks on it right here, and that happened after I got rid of it. Somebody probably had that thing up there. I wonder if that would reach. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Somebody had that up there against it and probably had it down there like that. Who knows how people get scratches on their stuff. Hell, I got a scratch on my 4-wheeler. I still to this day have no idea how it got there, and it's a pretty deep one. Must have been when I took that 4-wheeler ride in the woods up on the hill. That was probably the worst ride I ever been on. Everything's uphill, trees across the damn path. You got to go over and teeter-totter on frickin' limbs. I'm like, I got to do all that. This ain't a fun four-wheel ride. This is pushing it around. I don't want no obstacles in my ride. Anyway, just wanted to kind of give you guys an update on what we're doing here in the shop. Just been real busy. That's why it's taking so long for me to put one up, which they're averaging out once a week anyway, which is where I'd like to be anyway, putting up a video once a week. But to be quite honest with you, it's just not in me no more to do videos. I've done a lot of work that I didn't video just because YouTube just ain't doing it for me no more, man. I got a score here too. I got that from my landlord, and it was in pretty bad shape. These here were broke. One of them was broke, and it was a smaller handle, but I 3D printed these, and they worked great. All they are is just to add more pressure or less pressure. And I had to buy the line because it was just rotten. And I restored the gauges because they were pretty rusty. And got them. I chose red and blue. And because red is for settling. And then I cleaned up the torch heads. Made them look nice. And let's see, this here was in it, which I don't know what it's for, but I'm sure somebody will tell me what that's for. Then you got your, I guess that's the rosebud. And then a wrench that has 4 different settings. You got 2 big ones here, one smaller than the other one. And then you got 5/16 on this one, 3/16 on this one. And then these 2 are different, but they don't have it marked. Well, ain't that some cheap shit? They couldn't mark the other side. You got to guess on that side what size they are. But this is my very first torch set. And to be honest with you, that's all I need. Very seldom I come across something that needs heated to be pressed off or whatever. So for this little shop, that's plenty for me, and I'm tickled to death to have it. So I just restored the cart and cleaned up the tanks and the gauges and wire wheeled them and 3D printed some new knobs or adjusters. I was surprised it actually worked, because it's really hard to design threads in Tinkercad. That was a shot in the dark, what that was. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later.